automatically set for dynamic desirable. It's using dynamic trunking protocol. So as you can see here, we have that one cute tunnel, so you can do layer 2 tunnels across your switch ports. What we're going to do here is look at the dynamic feature, switch port mode dynamic, and you have here auto and desirable. So again, desirable is the default mode on your 3550s. If we go here and change it to switch port mode dynamic auto, what I'm going to do here on my other side here, I'm going to do the same thing, switch port mode dynamic auto. If I do a do show run interface FA013, as you can see here, now I should have auto on both sides of my link. So if I go ahead and do a no shut, and on switch 1 if I do a show interface trunk just to see, as you can see I have no trunk links over here on switch 2. Now both ports are in the administratively up state. So what I'm going to look at here is do a show interface trunk. And as you can see, as of right now, I do not have a trunk link being formed, and that's because in dynamic trunking protocol, if you have both sides set for auto, basically both sides at this point are waiting for either a request to become a trunk or for the other side to tell it that it's trunking. So with auto, if both sides are set to auto, what you're going to see here is that there's going to be no trunk link formed between the two switches across the link. So again, if you do a show run interface FA013, both sides set for show run interface FA013, both sides set for dynamic auto. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now here is what to do. I'm going to set, as you can see, switch 2 is set, both switches are set for auto. What I'm going to do is just change one side. So on switch 1 I'm just going to do interface faster than 013. I'm just going to do a switch port mode dynamic desirable. Let's see if I can do some debug. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go ahead and okay, so what I'm going to do here is I've got switch 1 set for switch port mode dynamic desirable. Go ahead and hit enter there, and if we go to switch 2, we can see the line protocol dropped and now it's come back up. Now if I do a show interface trunk, as you can see here we have a trunk form now. The mode is auto. So if I do a show interface FA013 switch port, you can see here the administrative mode is dynamic auto, operational mode is trunk, administrative trunking encapsulation is negotiate. So as you can see, we have a trunk that has formed. So if I go on switch 1 and do a show interface trunk, as you can see here, the mode is desirable, FA013, and it's ISL trunking. So again, if I do a show interface FA013 switch port, as you can see here, we have the administrative mode is dynamic desirable, operational mode is trunk, switch port's been enabled, and the administrative trunking encapsulation is negotiate. So one side we have dynamic desirable, where it performs negotiation of the trunk to the other side, and on switch 2 we have it set for dynamic auto, where it will respond to attempts to become a trunk link. Now there's also another type of port that we can do. Just go back here to 13. and do a switch port. Let's see here. On switch 2, let's go in here. Now let's change it here to hard code the trunk link across. So switch port we'll do switch port, let's see, show interface trunk. As you can see, a trunk link is on because by default, what we did was we just defaulted the config. So if we do show run interface fast unit 013, you can see that it's defaulted back to dynamic desirable. So if I go under here and do switch port mode trunk, we're going to hard code this to a trunk. I'm sorry. What it's saying here is that, hold on a second. I wonder if this is on the other side. If I do on switch 1, do a do show run interface fast unit at 13. Okay, what it's saying here is that an interface whose trunk encapsulation is auto, which right now it's auto and it's trying to encapsulate the trunk using ISL. So if we go in here and just make it the industry standard, just do a switch port trunk encapsulation, and what we do is we go here and just set it for .1q. Now we can go ahead here and just do a switch port mode trunk, and what we'll see here on switch 2 is if we do a show interface FA013, I'm sorry, switch port, as you can see here, enabled. The administrative mode is trunk. Operational mode now is